Thank you, Kelly. So nice to be here with you.
Why do you think price is the biggest sticking point right now versus inventory, for instance?
Well, I think we have a supply and demand issue, and I think inventory is still tight in certain areas. And so, for example, new home sales are moving quicker because they're built to sell, and existing home sales have declined because I think sellers want to stay with the rate that they have, and they're waiting to see what's going to happen. So, I think we're in a little bit of gridlock in certain areas. For example, in Darien, Connecticut, there are 17 homes on the market right now when there's usually north of 200.
Wow.
So imagine, in Greenwich, Connecticut, there's usually north of 800. Right now, we have like 140 homes on the market. So again, supply and demand issues. When you have demand so high and supply down here, and there's no intersection of the two, you see what's going on in places like Connecticut and Palm Beach. But where you have good supply, and demand is decent, there's more fluidness like in New York City, where we're seeing a decent amount of traffic and movement in the market.
Yeah, I mean, anecdotally, North Jersey, same thing. There's just really not much there. So, you look back at the last couple of years and wonder if what we had was kind of this great reset where a lot of the sort of millennial population moved out of cities. They bought that housing stock. As Bill Smead always reminds us, there's more of them than there were the previous generation. So there were fewer literally houses to grab. It was kind of like a giant game of musical chairs. The music stopped, the pandemic hit, everybody raced for a property. And the people who didn't get one are still kind of looking for one, but there's nothing left there to pick. Is that right?
It's true. Yeah, I mean, look, the pandemic spurred this housing boom. We saw it in Connecticut. We saw it in Palm Beach, in the Hamptons as well. And now we're kind of back to a more guarded environment. Rates have ticked up as we see. And, everybody, human psychology, the people want what everybody else wants. So if you go to an open house, like I was talking to someone, went to an open house in Montclair, and there was like 30 people there in line. People want what everybody else wants, right? We all want, it's everything. We always want what other people are looking for. And when you see nobody interested, then you're not interested. So I think we see a lot of that in certain areas. And so we're in a little bit of a wait and see pattern in housing. But I will say that housing, Kelly, is a long-term investment. You're not trading like you do many times with stocks. It's for the long haul. It's your best investment ever. And even though rates are up, you can probably negotiate better. There's more opportunity in this market than there was probably when money was cheaper, because you can negotiate with the seller a little bit more in environments that are tight.
Here's kind of an odd question for you, but what would it take to get people out of their houses, right? So if we're trying to get people into the existing supply, but it's just not on the market, what's the biggest holdup?
I think people have to be motivated because of a new job or want to go to a new place. And we are seeing people, for example, leave New York, go to Texas, go to Florida. So that will motivate people. But I think, for example, let's go back to Darien. If you are living there and you want to get a bigger house and there's only 17 on the market, you're probably going to wait and see. And you can't, negotiate. You're not going to, the prices are really high. So I think people are not going to be motivated unless they can really get crazy prices for their homes. Yeah. That's when people may sometimes. But, it's sort of, we're in this weird cycle right now in housing, but it is not the end of the world. It's not, it's not doom and gloom. There's a decent amount of activity. And also housing markets depend on where you are. It depends. Every region is different. Sure. And activity is decent. And I think consumer confidence is guarded, but people are still buying and believe in the home buying process.
Yeah. And again, those who didn't get quite what they wanted or didn't get a chance, they're still out there. Bess, appreciate your time today. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Kelly. Have a great weekend.